You were
goodness.
teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you
love
seen
that.
this?
I don't think people realize how involved she was in this movie. And she's a producer on the film from the beginning to the end.
Today, we're diving deep into a swirling controversy that involves Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and other major players in Hollywood. It's a story packed with alleged blackballing, creative power struggles, and surprising cameos that never came to fruition. Let's unpack the key points and see how it all connects. First off, let's talk Robert Downey Jr. He's an icon of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, having portrayed Iron Man for over a decade. Since Avengers Endgame, RDJ has mostly stepped away from the MCU, but rumors persist that he's gearing up for a comeback. Some people think he might appear in upcoming Marvel storylines like Secret Wars, while others think he'll do limited cameos. Either way, whenever RDJ's name surfaces, fans pay close attention. Then, word surfaced that RDJ declined a cameo in Deadpool 3. On paper, it might look like a routine pass, but rumors suggest there's more to it, especially because of alleged behind-the-scenes machinations by Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Drama that first went public due to Justin Baldoni's ongoing issues with them. If you haven't followed the Justin Baldoni saga, here's a snapshot. Baldoni, an actor, director, and producer known for projects like Jane the Virgin, found himself at odds with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively after casting Blake in one of his films. Stories claim they orchestrated a campaign leading to Baldoni being dropped by a major talent agency, WME, torpedoing his Hollywood prospects. Allegations include Ryan walking onto a set where Blake and Baldoni were working.
After much anticipation, It Ends With Us has finally hit theaters. But the rumor drama surrounding the film has been getting more attention than the movie itself.
Reviewing footage and scripts, then lashing out because he disliked something he saw. From there, he supposedly strong-armed the production and demanded WME choose between representing him and Blake or continuing to work with Baldoni. Baldoni's lawsuit states Ryan trashed him at a Deadpool and Wolverine, presumably Deadpool 3's premiere event. According to Baldoni, Reynolds made disparaging remarks to influential executives, making it clear he wanted the agency to drop Baldoni. The result? Baldoni claims he was blacklisted overnight. Commentator Candace Owens chimed in, citing a source who claims Ryan Reynolds was the real problem from day one, overshadowing Blake's initial acceptance of the script. Owens' source insists Ryan was furious over certain scenes or lines from the movie he saw in dailies and demanded changes, fueling much of the friction. Martha Stewart then tossed in her own critique of Ryan, suggesting he's not the affable comedian people believe. While brief, her remark raised eyebrows. Was she implying Ryan is more controlling or humorless behind the curtain? Next, we have stories from Ryan's co-stars. Morena Baccarin, who played Vanessa in Deadpool, found her role drastically reduced in the sequel. Insiders say she had more to do initially, but it was scaled back. Also, rumors suggest that she was not welcomed at certain press events. An odd stance for a leading actor like Ryan to take, especially when that actress's storyline was crucial to the central character's motivation. Meanwhile, director Tim Miller famously left the Deadpool franchise after creative disagreements with Ryan Reynolds. He described it as a losing battle where Ryan wanted control over virtually every aspect of production. While plenty of actors hold sway in their franchises, there's a difference between standard star power and micromanaging an entire creative team. Tim Miller basically said it became impossible to keep going under those conditions.
All eyes are on Blake Lively.
You think I want to make you pay?
Like, what does it mean to be back with Anna?
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy. Then we have TJ Miller, who portrayed Weasel in the first two Deadpool movies. He publicly declared that Ryan Reynolds was mean to him on set, adopting the same dismissive, "you're lesser than me" tone that has been hinted at by others. TJ Miller explained he didn't want to participate in a third film if Ryan was steering the ship. Whether you love or hate TJ Miller, his story parallels other people's complaints that Ryan can be insecure and takes it out on colleagues by belittling them. So when the rumor broke that Robert Downey Jr. said no thanks to Ryan Reynolds' cameo invitation, the internet went wild. Was it a scheduling conflict? Was it because RDJ sniffed out potential drama? Some insiders claim that RDJ saw the writing on the wall after hearing about Ryan's pattern of controlling behavior. Allegedly, he wanted nothing to do with a cameo that might overshadow or compromise his return to Marvel. Another theory is that RDJ was already in hush-hush negotiations to come back to the MCU in a different capacity. Some rumor sites mention Dr. Doom, which might just be a codename or a role twist. If so, he might have turned down the cameo simply because he was bound by confidentiality. But fans are pointing to a bigger story, a moral or professional reason for saying no. Now, let's talk more about how Blake Lively fits into all of this. For the longest time, projected a squeaky clean image, with fans seeing her as the sweet, witty star. But with the Justin Baldoni allegations, it appears she may share Ryan's thirst for control. People mention that she used the same tactic to degrade Justin Baldoni at events that Ryan has allegedly used on others, telling him to stay away from the main areas, relegating him to a basement-level presence at a premiere. Meanwhile, Candace Owens' source claims that it was Ryan's meltdown that set Blake off in the first place, fueling her own controlling behavior.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Talking about you.
Amid the It Ends With Us legal battle, this red carpet has become a PR challenge to navigate.
In other words, they operate as a team, using their combined star power to intimidate. To make matters even more intriguing, we have the Anna Kendrick factor. Anna and Blake co-starred in the 2018 film A Simple Favor, an offbeat comedic thriller that did pretty well among fans. Now, they're slated for a follow-up project, A Simple Favor 2 Weck. But some watchers say Anna Kendrick doesn't look thrilled. She gave an evasive answer when asked about teaming up again with Blake. In the promotion materials, there's been strange chatter about how the official poster is designed. Typically, a star with more box office receipts and overall bigger name recognition might get top billing, which Anna logically should. However, the new promotional images allegedly show Blake's name placed higher up, possibly to convey that she is co-lead or even overshadowing Anna. All of this is pure speculation, of course, but it reinforces that the Lively Reynolds brand is about controlling how they're portrayed, even down to minute details like whose name sits where on a poster. Industry insiders are whispering that the tension is so thick that Anna would prefer to do press events solo, or at least limit the amount of joint interviews with Blake. She doesn't want to open the door to a barrage of questions about Justin Baldoni or the swirling negative headlines. Indeed, the possibility is that any interview that includes Blake right now might devolve into a Q&A about lawsuits, alleged blackballing, and so forth. It's also telling that Anna is rumored to have asked the studio to let her handle publicity on her own terms, so she doesn't get sucked into controversies beyond her control. From a broader perspective, Hollywood has seen plenty of power couples who exert influence, but typically, there's some measure of compromise, or a certain line they won't cross. These allegations suggest Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively might push well beyond normal star demands, especially if they sense someone is a threat to their image or their spouse's comfort on a set. That raises a question. Could it be that multiple co-stars or colleagues stepping forward with negative experiences points to a consistent pattern rather than random flukes? TJ Miller, Morena Baccarin, Tim Miller, Justin Baldoni.
Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Furthermore, fans online are now reevaluating old clips and interviews. They point out moments where Ryan's humor crosses into mean-spirited jibes, or where Blake Lively makes passive-aggressive comments that might have gone unnoticed before. In the era of social media, once an idea spreads, like the rumor that Ryan is controlling or vindictive, everyone starts rewatching older content and forming new opinions. That can snowball into a major PR problem for the Reynolds Lively household, and yes, we should address the possibility that some of these allegations might be exaggerated or fueled by a desire for gossip. Hollywood is a rumor mill after all, but the repeated nature of the claims, especially from folks who no longer have a stake in the Reynolds brand, raises an eyebrow. TJ Miller is quite outspoken, but he had little to gain by criticizing Ryan if not for a genuine bad experience. Tim Miller is a respected director who parted ways at a time when the Deadpool name was at its hottest. Could it be that they simply were forced out of the circle because they didn't bow to Ryan's demands? As for Justin Baldoni, his lawsuit is shaping up to be a big question mark. We have yet to see the full extent of the legal arguments or how Ryan and Blake might respond officially. But if there are indeed documented events, like them pressuring agencies and rewriting scripts on set, this could become a serious stain on their image, especially in a time when the public is more aware of power dynamics, bullying, and misconduct in the entertainment industry. People once brushed aside rumors about top-tier stars behaving badly, but that's less common now. The internet never forgets, and fans are more vocal, especially when they see what they perceive to be injustice.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are all smiles amid their ongoing legal battle. On Sunday night, the couple attended the SNL 50, the anniversary special in New York City.
With Robert Downey Jr. effectively drawing a line in the sand by declining to cameo, it signals to the world that not everyone is willing to jump into Ryan's orbit. While some might still see him as the lovable star of Free Guy or the comedic trickster behind Deadpool, others recognize a pattern of controlling tendencies and manipulative tactics. The fallout could become even bigger if new voices join Justin Baldoni, TJ Miller, Marina Baccarin, and Tim Miller in speaking out. Already, we see Anna Kendrick tiptoeing around direct confrontation. If that tension escalates, we might see more candid revelations in the near future. Ultimately, it's an ongoing saga that doesn't look like it'll simmer down soon. The big question is, how will Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively bounce back from all these negative headlines? Will they launch a charm offensive, continue ignoring it, or try to bury it? And will Justin Baldoni's lawsuit progress to a stage where we see actual evidence laid out for the public? Will Anna Kendrick eventually slip up and reveal her true feelings about Blake during press tours? Will more individuals in the film industry quietly step away from Ryan Reynolds? Only time will tell. Now, want to hear your take? Is Ryan Reynolds truly a behind-the-scenes tyrant, or are we seeing an echo chamber of rumors blowing things out of proportion? Do you think he dodged a bullet by saying no to a cameo, or do you think there's a simpler explanation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's messiest controversies. Until next time, stay curious and keep your eyes peeled. You never know what twists are coming next in the saga of Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and their increasingly wary co-stars.